Okay, hi guys, here I am back with my pre-glued, or I don't know, gelled, I guess, stacked pumpkins. Again, I used the Transfer Gel Duo, a DecoFoil product. Can be used with heat or no heat. And I just brushed it on with a paintbrush, just like it was paint in my last video. And I let it dry for an hour, and it is tacky. It's still a little sticky, which is what you want. Now I'm going to use the Starcraft foils, Electrafoils. I got these at 143 Vinyl, and they are so awesome. They can be used in so many different ways. Today I'm going to use this pink that is also holographic, and I'm going to use a purple that's also holographic. But they have so many to choose from. I have just a few. I'm going to do some smaller pumpkins with this orange, and then I have a darker purple. I think it's called fuchsia. And then in my last video I did the seafoam, also holographic Electrafoil. So again, they have so many different, and then they have on the website, they have things like leopard print and just stars and just all different kinds of things, and I thought leopard print would be so cute on these. Anyway, the possibilities are endless. So again, I'm going to use the pink and then this lavender holographic foil. So it's really easy. You just are going to open up your foil. I'm actually going to move one of these over because I don't want it to get on the other piece. So you're just going to measure out the size that you need, okay? And then you're going to cut that off. Sorry, I did off camera so that I didn't get it on my other pumpkin. And you're just going to lay it down. And first, I just use pressure to get it on the pumpkin where I want it. And then I'm going to use my scraping tool, also from 143 Vinyl. And I'm going to, with firm pressure, scrape it down onto the pumpkin, all over, making sure to get everywhere. And you can kind of see as you go. I'll zoom in a little so you can see here what I'm talking about. You can check it and see how the foil is coming off, and if you need to, you can just go back and re-scrape it. But the kind of cool thing about it is actually how it almost looks vintage. So even if you don't get a full coverage on it, it will still look really good. So then you, again, just make your way around the pumpkin. Applying firm pressure, and I scrape in different directions. It seems to come off better. I hope you guys can see this okay. This is like my first video that I've ever shot for YouTube. But I've had so much interest in these pumpkins that I wanted to show you guys. I've used this Electrafoil on shirts and I love it. It's absolutely amazing. And I saw these designs. These are from Winetopia on Etsy. She also has a Facebook page, and she gives so many tips and tricks and tutorials. It's amazing. It's a great community, and I've learned so much from them, and I love her designs. But I saw these pumpkins and I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder what those would look like with foil. And then I found the product on a different website, which I'll link in the comments. And instantly I thought, I wonder if that will work. And usually these only work with heat, the foils. I think you can also run it through like a laser printer, if I remember right. You can like print out a picture with your laser printer and then run it through a laminator. You can like tape this over the top of the picture and run it through a laminator, and then you can get the foil to adhere to the paper on the laser ink. And I've always wanted to do, I used to try to do it with the Cricut, but that of course doesn't work either. Anyway, so I just go around and around here just to make sure it's all covered. And then again, you can just slightly peel it up to see if you're doing a good job getting the coverage that you want. Yeah, let me show you a little closer here. So you can see maybe there that most of the purple has transferred to the wood and that I'm getting a good coverage. I'm going to do just a little bit more right here. The other thing I read that you can do with this to aid maybe a little bit, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to in a future video maybe, is you can heat this with your heat gun really quick, if you have a heat gun. And that can also aid in the transfer of this one. So I had thought about the idea of just using the adhesive vinyl, the Starcraft adhesive vinyl that you use for shirts. But when I put basswood on under my heat press, it warps the wood. And so I didn't want to really do that because I wanted to make sure that I didn't warp the wood. And so that's why, again, I set out to see if this would work. And I'm just so excited it did. Okay, so I think we're good. So are you guys ready for the reveal? Here we go. So then you just take it and you peel it up. So you can see there's a few spots that didn't get completely covered. And that could have been because I didn't put enough glue there, or, you know, I don't know. For lots of reasons, I didn't use enough pressure. Oh no, I got it on my pumpkin. That is very sticky, so you have to be careful and don't get it on your other pumpkins. But you can see how much actually came out or came off and transferred. I might even be able to go back on some of these spots that didn't take really well, on a spot of the foil that's still there, and do it. Oh yeah. So it definitely filled that in. You can see that. I bet that that is a spot where I had more glue because it is a little bit different of a color. But anyway, I think that's super cute. Let me grab the top. The top is with white acrylic. And I'll glue this down later. But how cute is that? And then depending on what angle you're at, it changes colors. So I'll paint the top with some acrylic paint, some metallic paint, so that you can see green and brown coming through, or like a copper color is what I'll use. And then I'll glue these together, and then it has a base that it stands in. All right, so let's do the other one real quick. Okay, so here's my other piece, and let me tape this up. There is so much in these rolls. It's lasted me, honestly, well, sadly, it's lasted me like over a year because I've been so busy. I haven't been able to make as much as I've wanted to. But it does really, literally go forever. Just there's so much of it per roll, and the prices are so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna like take that, grab my scissors. Now that I know this has worked so well, I keep thinking to myself how cute these colors and all the other ones that they have at 143 Vinyl are going to be so cute on trees during Yule and Christmas. Oh my goodness. Like I said, the possibilities are literally endless. As you do it, you can literally see the foil leave the backing. So you know when it's there. Like right here, can you see this? You see this triangle? So all of this lighter color is where it's already transferred to the wood. And so then you just can go back over it and apply more pressure, and it will transfer. I haven't found an easier way yet than doing it this way. Again, maybe the heat gun will work better. I'm excited to try that, but I'm not gonna grab it because it's over on the shelf. You know what? Why not? Okay, you know what? Let's try it. I've got my heat gun here. I don't know how hot it needs to be, so we'll just try, see what happens here. I'm just gonna kind of run it over and around the foil of where I want to do it. We'll see if that helps any. You don't need this underneath it. I just had it there because from earlier when I was getting the brushing the gel on them. And again, you only want to let it dry once you brush the gel on there. You only want to let it dry for an hour or so until it's clear. Because otherwise, if you leave it, like I did it and I forgot about it, and it was a few hours later and I went back and it was still a little tacky, but I don't think it was tacky enough to do it, so I actually had to redo it again. Sadly, again, I got busy, but so once you do it, you just want to make sure that it's something you can go back and do in an hour. You don't want to necessarily let this one sit longer. I think some of the other gels that they have on that website are, they have other types of stuff that you can do that is like an easier release. But this one I wanted specifically to try with this foil because it says it was good for heat or not heat. Can you imagine this on 3D pumpkins, like full-size pumpkins, like from the dollar store? You could brush it all over, let them dry, put the foil on there, although it might be a little harder, maybe with the heat gun, but it might be a little harder to get the pressure on there, I guess. right, here we go. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's perfect enough because it looks vintage. But I just love those colors. And then here's the topper for this. This is a slightly different one, also from Winetopia on Etsy. This, again, this is the pink foil on this one. And the purple foil on this one. So then I'm just going to use some Loctite to glue these together, and then I have the bases for them to go into. Thanks, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.